My fiancé demanded, "You have to repropose because my friends didn't like the first one." I said, "Okay." Then I reproposed the idea that we should see other people. What she told her friends next was drowned out by her sobbing. Original post: I, 29 male, proposed to my fiancée Vanessa, 27, 3 months ago. We'd been together for 4 years, lived together for 2. I thought I nailed it. Sunset at the botanical gardens where we had our first date. Her grandmother's sapphire reset in a modern setting with her mom's blessing. Private photographer hidden in the bushes. She said yes, cried happy tears, the whole thing. Posted the photos on social media that night. Got hundreds of likes, congratulations from everyone. Vanessa seemed thrilled, showing off the ring at work, planning venues. Life was good. Then last week happened. We were at dinner with her friends, Jade, Madison, and Tiffany. The toxic trio, as I privately called them. Everything was fine until Madison brought up engagements. "Did you guys see Connor's proposal to Ashley? He rented out the entire rooftop at the Skyloft, had a string quartet, and literally had fireworks." "Fireworks," Jade jumped in, "right? And the ring. 3 carats, custom designed. He worked with the jeweler for months." They all turned to look at Vanessa's ring. My stomach dropped. Tiffany, sweet Tiffany, delivered the killing blow. "Your proposal was cute too, Vanessa. Very intimate, budget-friendly. Some guys just aren't into grand gestures, you know?" Vanessa's face changed. I watched it happen in real time, from content to embarrassed to angry. The ride home was silent. The moment we got inside, she exploded. "A photographer hiding in the bushes? That's what you thought I deserved? You loved it. You cried. You said it was perfect. I was being nice. Madison's boyfriend took her to Paris. Paris. Jade got proposed to on a yacht, and I got the botanical gardens, where we went on our first date. You couldn't even think of somewhere new. I thought it was romantic, going back to where we started. It was lazy. And the ring? My grandmother's stone? You couldn't even buy me my own diamond? Your mom said you'd love having something from your grandmother. That's what moms say. You were supposed to know better. God, when I showed my friends the video, they felt sorry for me. Sorry for me. I stood there stunned. 4 years together, and she was letting her friends' opinions destroy what I thought was a beautiful moment. "So what do you want me to do?" I asked quietly. She crossed her arms. "You need to repropose. Properly this time. Something that shows you actually value me. Something I won't be embarrassed to share." "Repropose?" "Yes. Lots of guys do it when they realize they messed up the first time. Madison's cousin's boyfriend reproposed after his first attempt was at a basketball game. This time, make it special. Make it something that shows everyone what I'm worth to you. And if I don't?" She looked me dead in the eyes. "Then maybe you're not ready for marriage. Maybe you don't value me the way I thought you did." I nodded slowly. "Okay, I'll repropose." She smiled for the first time since dinner. "Really?" "Yeah. Give me a week to plan something special." She kissed me. "I knew you'd understand. And this time, maybe consult with someone who actually knows about romance? Not your gaming buddies." That night, while she slept, I laid there thinking about our relationship, about her friends, about how she dismissed my proposal, our proposal, because it didn't impress people who spent their time comparing boyfriends like Pokemon cards. I made a decision. Update 1. I spent the next week planning. Vanessa was giddy, dropping hints about venues, photographers, and maybe some musical element. She showed me Connor's proposal video roughly 12 times. I smiled and nodded, taking notes. Her friends were all over it. Group chat screenshots she'd leave open on her phone showed them speculating about what I was planning. Jade bet on a flash mob. Madison insisted I'd better have learned from my mistake. Tiffany sent links to 5-figure rings with crying laughing emojis. I did plan something, just not what they expected. Saturday arrived. I told Vanessa to be ready at 7 p.m. Dress nice. She spent the entire day at the salon. Hair, nails, makeup, the works. Posted stories about something special happening tonight with winky faces. At 6:45, I texted her. Change of plans. The reservation I wanted fell through. Can we meet at Cafe Luna instead? I promise it'll still be special. Cafe Luna was the coffee shop below her friend Madison's apartment. Very public, always packed on Saturdays. I knew Madison would be watching from her window. Perfect. Vanessa was irritated when she arrived. A coffee shop? Really? Just trust me. The place was full. Good. I stood up, got down on one knee. The whole cafe turned to look. Phones came out immediately. Vanessa's face lit up. Finally, her public moment. Vanessa, I began loudly, making sure everyone could hear. I have something important to ask you. She was already tearing up, hands over her mouth. After careful consideration of our relationship, your recent feedback about my proposal, and your request for a redo because your friends didn't approve of the first one. Her face started to change. The tears stopped. I'd like to formally propose that we see other people. The cafe went dead silent. Someone actually gasped. Vanessa stood frozen, mouth open. What? She whispered. I stood up, still holding the jewelry box I'd brought. You made it clear that our engagement wasn't valid because your friends didn't approve. You said the proposal I planned from my heart was lazy and embarrassing. So I'm proposing we end this and find people who actually value genuine gestures over Instagram moments. You're breaking up with me? Here? Now? I'm reproposing, just like you asked. This time it's a proposal to end our relationship. And look, it's public. Everyone's watching. You can share this with your friends. I'm sure they'll have opinions. She slapped me. Hard. The cafe erupted in whispers and camera clicks. You're humiliating me, she shrieked. No, you humiliated yourself when you let your toxic friends convince you that our engagement wasn't good enough. When you demanded I perform for them instead of valuing what we had. This is insane. We're engaged. I pulled out the original ring box from my pocket, the one with her grandmother's sapphire. We were. Until you decided it wasn't enough. Here, you should probably give this back to your mom. She started ugly crying. Not the pretty tears from our first proposal, but full-on sobbing. You can't do this. Actually, I can, and I am. Your stuff will be in box outside my apartment tomorrow at noon. Bring your dad's truck. I turned to leave. She grabbed my arm. Wait, we can talk about this. I didn't mean it. The first proposal was fine. No, it was embarrassing, remember? And I'm not into grand gestures, apparently. You should find someone who is. As I walked out, I heard her on the phone with Madison, sobbing hysterically, trying to explain what happened over her own crying. The words were incomprehensible between the sobs. I'd already moved my valuables to my buddy Trevor's place that morning. Had a feeling this might not go smoothly. Update 2. The aftermath was swift and spectacular. Within an hour, my phone was blowing up. Vanessa had called everyone. Her mom, her sister, her entire friend group. The narrative was that I'd lost my mind and publicly humiliated her for no reason. Her mom called first. What is wrong with you? She's devastated. Did she tell you why I did it? She said you broke up with her in public, at a coffee shop. Did she mention demanding I repropose because her friends mocked my first proposal? The one with your mother's sapphire that you said she'd love? Silence. Then she didn't mention that. Ask her about it. Ask her why she said the Botanical Gardens proposal was lazy and embarrassing. Ask her why I wasn't enough until her friends decided I wasn't. Her mom hung up, called back 20 minutes later. I'm disappointed in both of you. Click. But the real entertainment came from the toxic trio. Madison texted me paragraphs about how I was emotionally abusive and clearly threatened by successful women. I responded with screenshots of their group chat that Vanessa had left open, highlighting where they called my proposal pathetic and bare minimum energy. She blocked me. Jade tried a different approach, calling me to say Vanessa didn't mean it and was just having a moment. A moment that required me to repropose. She just wanted to feel special. She was special until she decided my way of showing it wasn't good enough for her Instagram feed. Tiffany actually tried to seduce me. Not kidding. Showed up at my apartment Sunday morning in a tiny dress talking about how she always thought I deserved better and how Vanessa never appreciated me. Weren't you the one who called my proposal budget-friendly? She had the audacity to giggle. I was just joking. But between us, I always thought you were too good for her. Get out, Tiffany. You'll regret this. She's the best you'll ever get. If someone who values their friends' opinions over our relationship is the best I can get, I'll happily stay single. Meanwhile, Vanessa went nuclear on social media. Posted a series of stories about narcissistic men who can't handle successful women, and when someone shows you their true colors, believe them. The problem? Several people from the cafe had posted videos. The whole thing was on TikTok within hours. Man breaks up with girlfriend via re-proposal at coffee shop got 2.8 million views. The comments were split, but a lot of people were on my side after someone in the comments explained the backstory. Someone found her original engagement photos and her gushing posts about how perfect it was, contrasted with her current narrative. The internet, as always, did its thing. Sunday noon came. Her dad, Roberto, showed up with the truck. Good dude, looked exhausted. Sorry about this mess, he said quietly. Me too, Roberto. Between you and me? My wife did the same thing to me once. Wanted me to re-propose because her sister got a bigger ring. I did it. He looked tired. Wish I'd had your backbone. We loaded the boxes in silence. Vanessa sat in the truck crying, refusing to look at me. As they drove away, Roberto gave me a small nod. Respect from the only person in her family who mattered. That evening, the real entitlement revealed itself. Vanessa sent me a formal-looking email. James, after consultation with my support system, I've decided to give you one chance to rectify this situation. Here are my terms. 1. A public apology on all social media platforms admitting you overreacted. 2. A proper reproposal at a venue of appropriate standard. I have a list. 3. Couples counseling, which you'll pay for, to address your commitment issues. 4. A new ring, minimum 2 carats. I have specifications. 5. A formal apology to my friends for the screenshots you shared. You have 48 hours to agree or I'll be forced to take legal action for emotional distress and defamation. Despite everything, I'm willing to forgive you. Vanessa? I laughed so hard I nearly fell off my couch. I forwarded it to my lawyer buddy, who responded with, "Elmo, she's serious?" I sent back one line, "No thanks. Good luck with everything." She called 23 times that night. I didn't answer once. Update 3. Final. It's been 3 weeks since the cafe incident, and the entitlement escalation has been something else. First, Vanessa tried the pregnancy scare. Texted me that she was late and scared. I reminded her that I had a vasectomy 2 years ago. Hereditary medical condition I don't want to pass on. She knew this. She tried to claim it must have reversed itself. I sent her medical articles about how that's virtually impossible and suggested she contact whoever else she'd been with. Radio silence for 2 days after that. Then came the legal threats. She actually paid a lawyer to send me a letter demanding $15,000 for emotional distress, public humiliation, lost wages from missing work due to trauma, therapy costs, damage to reputation. My lawyer buddy Jake took the case for free just because he found it hilarious. His response was beautiful. One page that basically said, "Your client publicly demanded my client repropose because the first proposal didn't meet her friend's standards. He complied with her request to repropose, just not in the manner she expected. No laws were broken, no damages are owed. Please don't waste the court's time." But here's where Vanessa really showed her true colors. Remember the ring with her grandmother's sapphire? The one I gave back to her? She told her family I stole it. Created this whole narrative that I kept it out of spite. Her grandmother, 84 years old and not on social media, called me crying, begging me to return her precious heirloom. I drove over to her grandmother's house with the ring, the original receipt for the setting work, and screenshots of my text conversations with Vanessa, where I told her to pick it up with her belongings. Her grandmother was shocked. "She told me you refused to give it back," she said, examining the ring. "Ma'am, I tried to return it the day we broke up. Vanessa said she didn't want it because it was embarrassing." Those were her words. Her grandmother's face hardened. "My husband saved for 3 months to buy me the stone in 1962. I know, that's why I chose it for the proposal. I thought having something from you would make it more special." She looked at me for a long moment. "You're a good boy." Too good for her, apparently. Plot twist. Grandma took the ring back, but not to give to Vanessa. She gave it to Vanessa's younger sister, Daniela, right in front of the whole family at Sunday dinner. Announced that at least one of my granddaughters appreciates sentimental value over monetary worth. Vanessa lost it. Full meltdown at family dinner. Her dad had to physically remove her from the house. Her grandmother calmly continued eating her pasta, while Vanessa screamed from the front yard about taking sides and betrayal. The friend group imploded next. Madison's boyfriend, Connor, Mr. Fireworks Proposal, reached out to me last week. Turns out Madison had been pressuring him to propose for months, using my proposal as an example of what not to do. After seeing how Vanessa treated me, he realized what he was signing up for. He broke up with Madison. She blamed Vanessa for creating drama that infected her relationship. Jade's boyfriend downgraded their vacation plans from Europe to a local beach town. When she complained, he straight up asked if she was going to pull a Vanessa on him. They're in couples therapy now. Tiffany tried to spin herself as the victim, claiming she never really liked Vanessa anyway and was just trying to be supportive. Nobody bought it. She's been exiled from the group. The best part? Last week, Vanessa reached out with a new approach. A voice note, crying, saying she'd been doing a lot of work on herself and realized her mistakes. She'd been in therapy for 1 whole week and understood now that love isn't about grand gestures. "I miss us," she said. "I miss what we had before I let everyone else get in my head." Then, in the same breath, "I'm willing to get back together, but we'd need to start fresh. Maybe you could take me on a nice vacation to apologize for the coffee shop thing? Somewhere tropical." Madison went to Bali with her new boyfriend and I didn't even finish listening. Deleted it. My mom, who'd been Team Vanessa for 4 years, sent me a text last night. "I'm sorry I pressured you to work things out. Roberto told me everything at the grocery store. You dodged a bullet, Mijo. As for me, I'm good. Better than good." That proposal at the Botanical Gardens, it cost me $2,500 total. Photographer, ring setting, dinner after. The reproposal at the cafe cost me nothing but a coffee and gained me my self-respect back. My apartment's never been cleaner. My gaming buddies, the ones Vanessa said knew nothing about romance, they've been solid. Trevor especially, who let me crash at his place during the worst of it and reminded me that real love doesn't come with performance reviews from your partner's friends. Started rock climbing again, something Vanessa always called pointless. Turns out hanging off a cliff face is great therapy for dealing with an ex who thought Instagram likes determined relationship value. The viral video died down after a week, but I still get recognized sometimes. Guy at the gym last week. "Yo, your re-proposal, dude. That was legendary." We fist bumped. Someone DM'd me yesterday asking if the story was real because it seemed too crazy. I sent them Vanessa's itemized demand email. They responded, "Holy shit, never mind." Final karma. Vanessa applied for a marketing job at a boutique firm. The owner? A woman who'd seen the cafe video and read the comments. She called me for a reference. I was professional, stuck to the facts. The owner thanked me and said, "I don't hire people who value appearance over substance." Vanessa didn't get the job. Last I heard through the grapevine, she's dating some crypto bro who drives a leased McLaren and calls himself an entrepreneur. Her Instagram is full of yacht pics and designer bags. Comments are turned off though. Guess she learned something from our viral moment. Her bio says, "Living my best life with someone who knows my worth." Good for her. She found someone who measures worth the same way she does, in price tags and public displays. Me? I learned that when someone shows you who they really are, when they let their mask slip because their friends don't approve of your genuine expression of love, believe them. And when they demand you perform for their audience instead of being authentic, that's your cue to exit stage left. The Botanical Gardens, by the way, posted the original proposal photos on their Instagram last week with the caption, "Not all beautiful moments need fireworks. Sometimes love blooms quietly in simple places." Got 47,000 likes. Vanessa would have loved the irony. Or maybe not. She blocked the Botanical Gardens account the day after our breakup because seeing plants triggers her now. Yeah, I definitely dodged a bullet. A shallow, entitled, Instagram-filtered bullet. Thanks for reading Reddit. Remember, if someone demands you repropose because the first one wasn't good enough for their friends, the only thing you should repropose is your relationship status. From engaged to single. Worth it every time.